When the decision was made to allow the makers of Coronation Street to film a wedding scene at St Mary's, the Reverend James Milnes believed it was because they wanted all the features associated with a quintessentially English church. The building has been a place of worship since the 14th century and would appear to fit the bill perfectly, except for one thing. On the day of filming, the Granada production team asked for the cross on the altar to be removed because they thought it might be offensive to some viewers.
It just seems absolutely mad, and seems part of this political correctness gone mad, really, that there is this imaginary group of people that will be jumping up and down, mortally offended that they saw a cross in the church. And I think, in like measure, you'd expect to see a Quran in a mosque or a Torah in a synagogue. You expect to see the emblems of faith in those faith contexts. And in a non-religious way, you expect to see meat in a butcher's or fruit and veg in a grocer's. Why would you be offended about seeing something that is obviously there?
Granada were filming the wedding of the Corrie characters Tyrone and Molly. Because the cross is bolted in place, the props team were eventually called upon to disguise the symbol with a candelabra draped with flowers and ivy. Whilst obscuring the cross doesn't sit well with the rector, others are more ambivalent about the precaution.
I think that if people have hired a place to do a fairy tale story in, then they should do what they have to do, and all I can say is if we had known that that was going to happen, we would probably never have allowed them to use the church in the first place, or we would have negotiated it.
While some at St Mary's feel that Granada's request was fair enough, others think that by having covered up the cross in the episode of Coronation Street, rather than promoting religious equality, the production team ended up missing the mark and actually discriminating against Christianity.
What I hear from Muslims and other people of different faiths is that they know what they believe, and they're asking us, what do we believe? I think there is a kind of political correctness that is corrosive to our life as a society, because people are tripping up over themselves not to offend people, and they're not getting on with the business of just getting along.
Granada has apologised for the cover-up and have said they're investigating the decision. Reverend Milnes says he bears no ill will to the production team, but will use the fee paid for the hire of the church to invest in another silver processional crucifix. Georgia Calvin Smith, Channel M News.